Well, this is what you voted for. You voted to see what I eat in a day, so stay tuned to find out. So, hey, good people, and welcome back to the channel. I am Belinda J. And this video is going to be a little bit different than the other videos on the channel. I put a poll out recently asking my subscribers and viewers what they wanted to see up next on my channel, and it was more of what I eat in a day. So as I'm sitting here at 11 o'clock at night, I said, hey, why not share the real deal of what I eat in a day with the viewers since they wanted to know? So first and foremost, let me give you a little backstory of why I'm sitting here in the car at 11 p.m. Well, I've just arrived into New Jersey maybe a couple of hours ago. A past client of mine reached out, wanted me to come and work on a last minute project. I do software training and implementations and things of that nature. And so I, had the time. So I said, sure, I'll come. But he didn't tell me until a little bit later that he wanted me to work the night shift. Haven't worked night shift in like a gazillion years. So the night shift is typically going to be anywhere from 6 to 7 p.m. to 6 to 7 a.m. So since I arrived here in New Jersey just a couple of hours ago, I'm going to try and stay up all night, probably until about maybe 9, 10 a.m. in the morning, so that I can go to sleep in the morning and then get up and kind of acclimate myself to be on a night shift. So in order to stay up and find things to do in this little area, I found a Walmart. That was the only store that I saw that was open to go and get a little groceries. So we're going to go in this hotel and I'm going to show you what I bought. And I've only bought enough food for about 4 days, because sometimes on these projects they last the full 10 days and sometimes they don't. So I didn't want to just have a whole lot of extra food. So let's get out of the dark and into the light. So finally back in the hotel room. I'm telling you, this what I eat in a day video, it's going to be brutal. I'm going to tell you, y'all, it's already brutal, but hey, I'm just being honest and transparent, because it's not always going to be, like you see on the YouTube videos. My mantra is progress over perfection. And I'm making progress every single day. Damn it. Every day. And so are you, as long as you don't give up. So what I'm going to be showing you is, and I'm rambling because typically I'm in the bed at 10:30. So forgive me if I'm not like on my regular P's and Q's like I am in the other videos, but this is real life, real time that I'm recording this, simply because I think it's very important, because every situation, as far as what we eat, what's going on in our lives, is not going to be perfect, and we have to know how to adapt. So let me pick up this box and show you what's in it. Now, I actually drove here, and since I had just picked up a few vegetables, I think it was on Sunday, I didn't want to just leave them there and rot. So I brought my squash and my zucchini with me, and a bag of carrots that I just had a few out of, and then I just packed in me some protein powder. So that comes from home. So now let's look in the box. So as I mentioned before, I'm only buying grocery enough for 4 days. Now, of course, I could easily go out and eat. This hotel, I think, has 3 restaurants in it. But hey, I would just prefer to make my own food to kind of limit some of the salts and other things that may be in the food. So for me, my first 4 to 5 days is just probably going to be repeat on repeat on repeat. My protein sources are going to be this chicken here. Now, this room does not have a microwave, but I came prepared with my skillet. So I have this chicken that I'm going to make. I have some Italian seasoning that I'll marinate that in, probably with my vegetables as well. The other protein source I have here is some wild-caught tuna. I have this little pack here of cottage cheese. I have 4 of these great value plain yogurt. I do have some nuts and cinnamon that I'll add into that. My other protein source is going to be this Fairlife milk that I can mix with the protein powder that I bought. On the go protein shakes, I do have this Owen brand. I really like this brand, and ingredients are pretty clean. It does still, just like most others that are packaged, prepackaged, have some kind of, sunflower oil or what have you, whereas this powder does not. I'll be probably drinking this if I'm like here in the room when I wake up in the morning or night, whatever the time is going to be, and then I'll have this whenever I'm on site. Here I do have some chickpeas here. I have this can of no salt diced basil, garlic, and oregano in case I wanted to make some kind of, chicken bowl. I do have brown rice and a white rice here. Now, I definitely know this is nothing more than just trash. I know that, and you know it as well. But honey, if I'm going to be on the night shift, I need something that's going to keep me happy, and that will do it. So remember, progress over perfection, and we'll get through it. What else do I have? Oh, I have this bag of apples and some bananas, and this is kind of like my little chip treat, these baked lentil snacks. I'll have a couple of those every now and then. So in all of this, I'm thinking that I can mix and match all kinds of breakfast bowls. I do have some oatmeal that's in my bag that I brought from home as well that I could make. So these are the ingredients. So here is my portable kitchen that I have here. My little wet wipes. And inside of this bag, we have my egg cooker, my shaker, and then in the bottom there, we do have my little skillet, and then my egg bite compartment. Now, even though this room does not have a microwave, I could easily take this with me to the hospital and mix everything up there. Maybe throw in some tuna, cottage cheese, eggs or egg whites, a little veggies, and voila, I have breakfast. I do, honey, travel with my Dash, my no salt or salt-free Dash. Now, I did add some garlic powder, some smoked paprika, some onion powder in here, just so it would be a little bit more flavorful. My knives, my forks. Here is my oatmeal. And what else do I have in here? And my walnuts with a little bit of the 50% cranberries. And I think that's about it. My little dish liquid here and my little sponge. And so, yeah. Now, when it comes to timing these meals, like I said, I have not worked a night shift in a long time. I'm talking probably 7 years. So it's going to take me a minute to kind of think about how I want to eat. One thing that I think that is very important to say is so often when we think of breakfast, we're only thinking of eggs and bacon and, sort of the American breakfast food. But breakfast just means you're going to break your fast from sleeping all night. So I'm not really concerned about, when I get off at 7 a.m., I need to run out to Waffle House or wherever and get some quote breakfast. No, it's whatever I decide to eat. If I decide to eat some chicken, eggs, and squash at 8 a.m., then that's what I'll have. If I decide I just want a protein shake or maybe nothing at all, come home, take a shower, and go work out or something, that's what it is. So my focus is just still trying to get my 150 grams of protein in the day. I'm going to be tracking my macros, and we're just going to see, where I end up. So stay tuned. Now I got to figure out what else I need to do to stay up for another 8 hours. Oh my God. Pray for me, y'all. I was doing really good, or so I thought. I packed my clothes. I kind of, will clean the bathroom, even, though it's supposed to be a clean room. Kind of did all of that, chatted with a friend, just started watching a little TV. And And the last thing that I remember, I looked at the clock and it was around 2:30, and then I don't know what happened. I just drifted off, and now it's about 8:30, 9 o'clock. So I didn't meet my goal of staying up. So what I'm going to do now is try and tire myself out some more by going to work out, walk around the property. I think it's a big golf course kind of community. So do that, and then to come back and to try and have my first meal. I usually work out on a fasted stomach, have a cup of coffee, try and take another nap, and then get ready for this night shift. So that's it for now. Back from the gym. Their gym is pretty decent. It's not the worst gym I've ever seen. It does have, in my opinion, way too much cardio machines and not enough of the other kind of weight machines, but it's enough to get a little burn. So back in the room, I went ahead and prepared some dishes so that I could pack it for a meal when I go to the hospital. And then let me show you what I made as my first meal. So this is going to be my first meal of the day. This is 1 egg, 2 egg whites, some cottage cheese, a pack of that tuna, and some mixed vegetables for an egg white scramble. I'm going to have a banana, and then this protein shake, which has a cup of the Fairlife milk, and then the rest is water. So I'm going to put up on the screen what all of the total protein for that is. I pretty much don't really track a whole lot of carbs if I know I'm eating good carbs. I mean, zucchini and squash barely has any carbs. Banana, I mean, I don't really care that that's a carb. I mean, my body needs carbs after working out. And then I went ahead and prepared. I boiled 6 eggs here. This is my chicken. This pack of chicken was a little bit over 16 and a half ounces. So that's going to be enough for me to eat off of 3 times. I'm going to aim for 5 ounces each, 5+ ounces each serving. I didn't bring my food scale, but I can kind of gauge what, divide this into 3. And then I just have my vegetables. I cooked in my skillet 1 pack of that rice, half of the can of the tomatoes, and then 1 whole zucchini and 1 whole squash. This probably will be 2 servings. So that's what the foundation for the next couple of days dinners will be. Not really sure what time I'm going to be eating my chicken and vegetables. I'll just have to play it by ear whenever I'm hungry. But I'm also going to pack maybe an egg, a yogurt, a protein shake, some oatmeal, an apple, a whole lot of stuff just in case I get hungry overnight. It's not really probably going to be hungry overnight more than it is getting bored overnight trying to stay awake. And yeah, I definitely got to pack in a couple of my coffee creamers. But now I'm just going to finish eating my first meal of the day, take another shower, try and take a nap before heading to work. I'll keep you posted. So it is 6 p.m. I have to be at work at 7. The directions say that the hospital is not too far away, maybe about 15 minutes. I tried to lay down for about 3 hours, but I was just really in the bed, dozing in and out, not really that deep REM sleep. I'm feeling a little hungry before I go in, so I'm going to have this little parfait, this yogurt, plain Greek yogurt, has about 15 grams of protein. I'm just topping it off with some crushed walnuts and just a few of the 50% less sugar cranberries. So add this to the number. Almost 10 o'clock, so I'm getting a little hungry, so I'm going to go ahead and eat my dinner. I'm feeling really good. I'm feeling awake and alert. I don't need any coffee yet, but I'm probably going to be going down south around 2 or 3. After eating my chicken and rice, I'm still kind of hungry, so I think I'm going to add this apple. And of course, this is going to fall into the carb category, but I don't really count carbs like on real fruit and vegetables. I just wish I had some peanut butter. I wonder if they have any peanut butter here. I still have some calories left in my allotment of 16 to 1700. I think I've already hit my protein goals, but I still have some other things in my bag, like a protein shake, some oatmeal,
boiled egg, a pack of tuna. Like I said, when it hits about 2 or 3 o'clock, me trying to go to sleep and stay awake, it's probably going to trigger me to eat more. But let's just stay focused and look around this closed up cafeteria to see if there's some peanut butter. The breakdown is starting. So almost 4 o'clock, that 12 to 3 almost took me out of here. But after 2 cups of coffee, I'm much better, much more alert, but I'm hungry. And so I'm gonna eat a boiled egg and this oatmeal, and that'll be the last thing that I eat before I get off. Technically it's a new day, but I'm gonna take these calories and macros and put them in on the grand total for yesterday. So that's all I got.
Whew. Night 1 is done and finished. Oh my gosh, I am so sleepy. But as you can see, every night or every day is not going to be perfect, and you're going to have to adjust your eating to fit whatever is going on in that day. So as you can see, these are my numbers for today. And they're pretty good. Of course, some may say, oh, it's too high in carbs, but those carbs are coming from vegetables and fruits, the banana, the apple, the squash, and zucchini. So it doesn't really have a whole lot of bad carbs in there. Yeah, so as always, remember, progress over perfection is the way to go. Just make every day count, every bite count. And I love that mantra so much that I created a shop for it. And if you need a mantra yourself to help keep you going throughout the day, then check out my shop here at the IamBelindaJ.com. I also post a link down below. So this is it for what I eat in a day. And now I'm going to go home and go to bed. So thank you for watching. And until next time, take care. And I'll see you in the next video.